moments a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Black Knights and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First down, Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. 15 yards through the air and a first down. From the gun, Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mayfield off the play fake. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
First carry for James Conner. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Nelson now to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Nelson throwing on 3rd and long. Open man is Cameron Batson. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Cameron Batson, 85 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 1st down, Best. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast.
And he loses the football a second time. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play. Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Nelson got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Cameron Batson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And an update now from down in Baltimore. And now the Redskins, they've opened up a 2-touchdown lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st down, London.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, Tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. That's taken on the 25. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Let's go, defense.
On second down, Connor looking for space, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt when a few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Back to throw. Nelson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10 is Connor. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
He's got a man, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Nelson, throwing to start the drive. He'll get that one complete to Connor. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Connor. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive...
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. He was brought down by Michael Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Here's Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a first down. A first down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Set to throw is Nelson. From the gun, he'll throw. And Stills bringing it in.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
That'll go as a loss of 5. Nelson operating from the gun. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
55, 55. And here we go.
Gurley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
54. Here we go, here we go. Check 4. Real.
Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Throwing. Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple of extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
I got one. Jim, protein spill. Hit it.
Again, it's Connor. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Nelson now from the gun on third down, and that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Mayfield looks to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now a give, right side. Best. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43.
He's coming, double up. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey,
Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. They're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On third down, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Go, go.
18-yard line.
To throw on second and 6. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. On second and goal, Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Run. Go. Let's go.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Nice, sweetheart.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's going the other way. And it'll be first and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Check it out. Point it right.
Mayfield down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. The drive will start with Connor. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And all the way to the opposite 45. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. On first down, Connor plowing ahead for about 3. It'll be second and 7. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Set it ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch round. I got you, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen,